Okay, let me start the recording. We are waiting to stream. Let's put a little bit of music on here. Let's go with the bell. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there, Charles. We're almost there. Come on, YouTube. Charles, say YouTube, you can do it.
Let's go,
You,
YouTube.
YouTube, you can, there we go. Okay, now we're ready. Oh, gotta dance with me. Come on, Charles. A little bit dancing. Get those shoulders. Oh, look at him. Oh, I should bring in my disco ball. It's in the garage. I own a disco ball, 32 inches from a hotel ball. Your day. Special way. Shine. Smile. So much style. Ba 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 da ba ba da 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 ba 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 da da da. I want to say thank you to the Suno Orchestra. You work so hard. We're going to just stop the music. I'm here. I'm Bonnie D. Happy to be here. It is what? November 10th? It's almost Thanksgiving. It's almost Christmas and Hanukkah. It's almost New Year's. Stop the presses. The world is just going by too fast. I'm here with a special guest. He's a friend. He's been on so many of my shows in the past couple years. It's Charles B. in person. Charles, before we start the show, why don't you tell everybody or just remind them who you are, what you do, and tell us a little bit about your latest books. Welcome back, Charles.
Thank you, Bonnie. Lots happened this year. A lot of new awards, new books in the works. We've got some great material. We've had people just send us accolades like crazy. I'm having trouble trying to have enough time to get them out and
Oh,
alert
dear.
people. It sounds like shameless bragging, but as you always said, Bonnie, it ain't bragging if you can do it, son. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Tell people what genre you write in. I want to hear a little more. Give people a little piece there of what the titles of some of your books. Talk about the Enigma
all right.
series. Go ahead.
All right, so the Enigma series, the first 12 books in that group, are techno thrillers. That's the cyber good guys versus the cyber bad guys. All kinds of different things that are, unfortunately, all too real. And the stories are legitimate, but the people, that's where the fiction comes in place. And the reason for that is so that we can kill them if we need to. And not go to jail. So yes, we're storytellers. We've loved that, and then the series after that was also a thriller series, The Enigma Heirs, and then we got invited to participate in the cozy mystery series called Magnolia Bluff,
Oh,
and we put in
nice.
four episodes in 4 years, and um, just the material just keeps rolling in, and I've got some new stuff that on the back burner to be able to bring out
Burn.
probably the first part of the year. That we're
Wonderful.
I probably I usually do is try and send you a copy of it and just say,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Oh, I'd love
Um,
that. I'd love to have a review copy. By the way, define cozy for us, just briefly, so we can start the show. But
well,
what is a cozy series?
well, cozy mystery basically is it you don't discuss the much detail the gruesomeness of
The gory details.
the gory details. It's also very light on the sensual aspects. But there's some hints there and there, um, like my old boss used to say, and he knew her. Um, and then it's you're supposed to let your imagination run amok with those kind of statements.
Got it, guys. So we're relying on subtext, right? We're relying on little trickle, little breadcrumbs to the subtext, right?
Sometimes double entendres are always welcome and always
Yes.
used, just so that you can say, well, that's not what I meant, but if you want to interpret that way, then yes, you can go ahead and blush. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Now, Charles, when is your birthday, by the way?
Uh, I'm uh, I'm a Capricorn. I'm in January.
January. Oh, well, we'll have to have you back for your if it's a weekday, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll still do it. Okay, I'm ready to start here. So, listen up, everyone. It's time to cheer, to toast, to woo. It's November 10th. Happy birthday to you and you and you, with Bonnie D on her scarlet mic dishing glam and sass with a vintage spike. I'm not vintage. The spike is. Don't get wise with me. And look who's here with his velvet roar. It's Charles B., my guest co-host du jour. French. We're naming names in the birthday game from Hollywood Heights to YouTube fame, plus wacky holidays and music history gold. Get ready, darlings. The fun is set to unfold. Every time I raise my hand, it switches my position on Zoom. So grab your party hat and let the champagne pour. Charles, it's 12:27 p.m. here, Eastern Time, U.S. We can have champagne. And let the champagne pour. HB2U is lighting up November 10th with glam, bam, and so much more. And I'm going to start us off with events in music history. Let's go through this first. Then we'll do celebrity birthdays. Then we'll do social media birthdays. And then we have a couple of wacky holidays. So I snuck this birthday in. It's not in the birthday section because it's related to music history. So today in 1916, Billy May, a trumpeter, composer, and arranger, was born in Pittsburgh. Why is he in my list? Well, Charles, it's because he arranged Frank Sinatra's concept albums, Come Fly With Me, Come Dance With Me, and Come Swing With Me, 1958, 59, and 61. Happy birthday. I don't think he's around anymore, in absentia, Billy May. Go ahead, Charles. What have you got for us?
In Elvis Presley's Nashville hotel room, songwriter Mae Axton plays her demo of a song she's co-written, and you must have heard this at some point, Heartbreak Hotel.
That was 1955. I'm going to take us to another Elvis Presley factoid from 1956, the following year. Billboard magazine did a survey of DJs, I'm assuming all over the United States. 56, Charles, that was, what was it, 75 years ago? Be still my heart, almost 70 years ago. And they named Elvis Presley the U.S. #1 male artist on the pop charts and the country music charts. That probably was an accolade not too many people had ever had. So, wow,
Yeah,
go ahead.
that's incredible. So in 1958, of course, I'm just a little kid at this point, so I'll have to take your word for some of this stuff. Uh, Billboard
Me too.
magazine reports that Dick Clark's American Bandstand show on ABC is the hottest merchandising opportunity on television.
What?
And the report notes that the beach gum sales doubled since the
Beech
company
Nut. Do
began.
you remember Beech Nut?
I remember BeachNet. I mean, they were buying space on the program, and um, um, are they still around? I mean,
I don't
for some
know.
reason I got this urge to go get some beach gum. Beach gum.
The sales doubled. Wow. See, those were the days when you had a way of saying, is the advertising working? Because you were selling on a TV program. It wasn't a magazine. It wasn't a newspaper. We didn't have internet. We didn't have TikTok. We didn't have Facebook. And you were just saying, well, how are we doing? Well, more people are chewing our gum. That must be successful. So, wow, hottest merchandising opportunity on TV. Let's move ahead to 1967. The Beatles, this is interesting, filmed three separate videos for their new single, Hello, Goodbye, and they did it at the London Savile Theatre. Well, the first video had them in their Sergeant Pepper uniforms. The second video had them in everyday clothes, whatever that meant in 1967. The third plunked together the footage from the first two and had them dancing as well. The videos were directed by Paul McCartney. I didn't know he was a video director, did you? And
No,
the BBC refused to air them because they were lip syncing in some of the video footage. And the UK Musicians Union had a ban on lip sync. This is way before Nilly Vanilli and all of the other people who were caught doing it. But the Ed Sullivan Show bravely screened one in the US because we didn't care. Sorry.
yeah, they thumb their nose at them. Okay, I got it.
Here
Yeah.
you go. You're next.
All right. So 1967. Uh, oh, Bonnie, this is the tough one. I mean, I was dating this delightful lady that only wanted to listen to this rock music band, the Moody Blues.
Oh,
And they released the song Nights in White Satin and reissued it in 72, which is when I came to understand how much it meant for our budding relationship. It hit single hit #2 for the U.S. in 2 weeks, and Billboard Hot 100 behind "I Can See Clearly Now" by Johnny Nash,
I can see
and number
clearly
one
now.
on the Cashbox Top 100. The band's most successful single in the U.S. It earned a gold certificate for 1 million U.S. sales and hit #1 in Canada. And I cannot listen to that music without thinking about her. So
Oh.
So I have to be careful not listening to it
Okay, well then I
when
won't
the
sing
wife's
that
around.
song.
Yeah, yeah.
And you just said that in public. I won't sing that song for you, but I was in Europe. I was studying at a university in Neuchâtel, Switzerland, very briefly for a couple weeks in the summer, and that song was very, very popular. So I will not, I have memories of the song, but not of your memories. Okay, let's go to
Yeah.
1969. Let's turn this around. Sesame Street debuted on American public TV. My kids love that. Many lessons are taught with songs. In later seasons, Stevie Wonder, James Taylor, Ray Charles, the Dixie Chicks, and Alicia Keys all appeared on the show. Not the same day, but they were helping with the lessons. And two stars turned down the offers. I don't know why, and I should have found out why. Bruce Springsteen said no thank you to Sesame Street, as did Barbara Streisand. I have
What a
no idea
shame.
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a shame, because she would have
The,
been just great. What do you
the,
think?
the fun things for people, it's like, hey, I do all this duty acting, but and music, but I also take a left turn every once in a while just cause. I
You
mean,
know
it could,
something? It
yeah.
might have been a scheduling conflict. Just going to go with that. I'm going to go
Okay.
that Barbara in 69 was doing some kind of a major film and or a concert and Bruce Springsteen, maybe she was on stage in Funny Girl and I don't know, on Broadway.
Mm.
Bruce Springsteen might have been developing the E Street Band and he might have been recording an album on location. We're just going to give him a pass on that, Charles. Let's be nice about
Yeah.
it.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
good.
1973, Elton John's album Goodbye Yellow Brick Road hits number one in the US for 8 weeks. Can you believe that? I
Goodbye,
mean, not just,
Yellow Brick Road.
yeah, it's uh, nice having work recognized and just, of course, it seems like it overstayed its position for 8 weeks. I mean, really? Okay. But okay. Nice work.
That was apparently very important. The same day, the same year, 1973, on November 10th, John Lennon met with legendary music producer Phil Spector in New York, and they started work on an album of oldies covers entitled Rock and Roll. I'm assuming that these were Beatles covers. I don't know if they were solo covers of John Lennon singing rock and roll songs. Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't familiar with that particular
I'm gonna
episode.
have to find out. I'm gonna have to find out. You've got the next one.
Yeah. 1979, the Eagles' Heartache Tonight hits number
Heartache
one.
tonight.
The song was written by Don Henley and Glenn Fry. Bob Seger, I didn't realize he had worked with him on that capacity.
Yeah.
And J.D. Souther, recorded by the Eagles and featured Glenn Fry on the lead vocals. I always liked Don Henley's work.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that he didn't do the song on it, but hey, it's a nice song.
And Bob Seger was involved in that too. That was a surprise to me. And speaking of Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band in 1986, which is several years after they turned down Sesame Street, they issued their album, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band Live, 1975 to 85. See, that's what he was doing. He was recording that. No, that the Sesame Street was in 1969. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the album sold 1 million copies in one day. Charles,
Wow.
just let that sink in. 1 million copies in one day. I don't think they were advertising with Beach Nut Gum on the American Bandstand.
Probably not. Yeah. So
1986, it's the very beginning almost of the internet. We were just probably, somebody was probably thinking about AOL email at that point. I wonder how they promoted it.
I
That's
don't know.
wild.
That's a good one. Yeah. I mean, 1 million copies in a day. Sheesh,
Wow.
that really got the vinyl going hard and heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1994, Led Zeppelin's Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. Oh, I like those their performance. Perform an all acoustic version of Stairway to Heaven while visiting a Japanese talk show. Wow. That was that must have been spectacular. Nothing short of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Let's go to 2002. We're jumping ahead by how many years? By 8 years here. Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Tom Petty, Elvis Costello, Lenny Kravitz, and Brian Setzer guest starred on what? The Simpsons? The Simpsons did an episode where they were running a rock and roll fantasy camp, and they had all of these music stars. The first rule of the camp, there are no rules. The second rule, no outside food. I wonder how bad the menu was there. And you're going to close us out with the last item here in our music history. What you got?
Okay, so in 2013, at the MTV European Awards, Miley Cyrus smokes a joint while accepting her Best Video award for the song Wrecking Ball. The ceremony is held in Amsterdam, so it's legal. You know, there's the thing that you could. It's okay if even if you can do it, should you do it? I've got to. You got to challenge the logic of some people that just here, let me push the envelope. What for? I mean, that was
Well,
just
the s
what kind of a noodle does that anyway?
Charles, the song was Wrecking Ball. Think about it. And it was quite a song. Do you remember the video for Wrecking Ball?
No, I don't.
She was sitting on top of a swinging wrecking ball on a big cable coming down from a ceiling somewhere, and she was on. I remember it. It was very, very powerful. We'll leave that one alone. Yes, okay. Thank you, Miley. Thank you. That was interesting for our music history. Let's go to celebrity birthdays. Moving and grooving here today. The birthday of the one, the only, the amazing Joni Mitchell. I think I still have some vinyl of hers. She's 83 today, Canadian and American, singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and painter. One of the most influential singer-songwriters from the 1960s in the folk music era, known for personal lyrics and unconventional compositions. She engaged in pop, rock, jazz, and other genres. In 2002, which is what, 23 years ago, Rolling Stone magazine named her one of the greatest songwriters ever. That's a big deal, Charles. But what I found interesting was she grew up without any indoor plumbing or running water. Huh. She began singing in small nightclubs in Saskatoon and throughout Western Canada. Then she went into the nightclubs of Toronto. I guess they really liked her. She moved to the US, started touring in 65. Her original songs for Urge for Going, Chelsea Morning, Both Sides Now, we all know that one, The Circle Game, were recorded by other singers. So she was a songwriter first, Charles. And then Reprise Records said, well, since you're writing songs for so many people, we'll let you do your own album for a change. So they signed her up, and in 68, she recorded Song to a Seagull. She settled into Southern California. She helped define the era with songs like, oh, who doesn't know this? Big Yellow Taxi and Woodstock, Big Yellow Taxi. My goodness, what a song. Her 1971 album, Blue, is number 3 on Rolling Stone's 500 greatest albums of all time from 2020. Number 3 out of 500, Charles. That's a big deal. And number 1 on NPR's 2017 greatest albums made by women. I didn't know they had a list albums made by women. Her jazz influenced 1974 album Court and Spark, I think I still have that, had the hits Help Me, and Free Man in Paris. What songs? I put this in there because I know these songs became her best-selling album. And I bought one, Joni. I did. So happy birthday, Joni
Yeah.
Mitchell. Are you a fan?
She's one of the few performers that I got to see live in concert in Austin, Texas. So, and she apparently had a little bit of a temper tantrum. Somebody had one of the photographers got up too close and flashed. She basically said right up front, no photographs, no photography. I don't want to be distracted by it. And this clown goes up, puts a flash bulb and goes off in her face, and she stopped the entire show and chewed him out in front of everybody.
Good for
I don't know
her.
if he got out of the live because we were all pretty ticked that he had derailed the entire presentation.
Wow, good for Joni. Good for her. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, you've got another birthday for us. Who's
Yeah,
also today?
Tracy Morgan, age
Oh,
57,
yeah.
American stand-up comedian and actor. He was cast member on Saturday Night Live and for NBC, 1996.
Charles, I can hardly hear you. Can you get your microphone up a little louder, please?
Yeah, okay. How about
There you
now?
go. There you
Oh,
go.
all right. But he played Tracy Jordan in the NBC sitcom 30 Rock, three, no, 30 Rock from 2006 to 2013.
Hmm.
He started as Trey Barker in the TBS comedy The Last G, and some trivia about him. His screen debut was on the Martin character that sold items on from the hood, which greeted people with his trademark. What's happening, Chief? That dog dressed as a rapper. Boy, that's mean to the dog. I'm not telling you that. Okay. Anyway, uh, later in 2003 Chris Rock film, Head of State, Morgan appeared as the man watching television, often questioning why they aren't watching Martin. Oh, I mean, you gotta admire somebody that, is, hustling for their show.
His own show, that's right. Your audio's coming in and out. I think it should clear up. We're probably having some weather interference somewhere. I'm going to move on. Adam Devine. He is one of my favorite funny actors, comedians. He's 43 today, writer and comedian who formed the sketch comedy group Mail Order Comedy with Blake Anderson and Anders Holm, who all co-created and starred in Comedy Central's Workaholics. I need to find that. I bet it's good. Adam Devine co-starred with Zac Efron in the film Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. I didn't see that one. And he had a recurring role on ABC's Modern Family. He was the boyfriend, he was the Manny. He was the male babysitter for the kids, Manny. And I think one of the girls was dating him in Modern Family. One of my favorite shows. He voices the character Pizza Steve on the Cartoon Network series Uncle Grandpa, and he voiced the character Julian in 2016 in Ice Age Collision Course. Happy birthday, Adam Devine. You've got the next one, Charles.
Mm. Lord. Is it Lord or Lordy?
Just Lord, Lord.
Lord, okay. Yeah.
You can
Age
make it
30.
like an exclamation, Lord.
Lord, okay. Age 30. Yeah, Lord, okay. New Zealand singer, songwriter, known for her unconventional style of pop music and introspective songwriting lyrics. She signed with Universal Music Group at age 12. Ah, really? In,
Yeah.
tw in 2009, there's no child labor laws. I mean, um, it began collaborating with the producer Joe Little in 2011, and they extended the extended play titled "Love Club" EP was released in 2012 for free download on SoundCloud before commercial release in 2013. Its single "Rolls," Royals,
Royals,
Royals.
Royals. Remember the
Okay,
song? Did you ever
yeah.
hear it, Royals?
No, I'm sorry. The dentures are, they keep slipping.
Yeah,
All right.
okay.
Uh, The single Royals topped the charts in multiple regions and spent 9 weeks atop the Billboard Hot 100 and sold 10 million units worldwide, making it one of the best sellers singles of all time. Lord curated the soundtrack for the 2014 Hunger Games. I did not know that. Mockingjay, Part 1. She was included in on Time's 2013-2014 Most Influential Teenagers list in Forbes 2014 30 under 30.
Charles,
Um,
I'm doing the math. If she signed with the Universal Music Group, UMG, at 12 in 2009, she started collaborating with the producer in 2011. That means she was 14. And
mhm.
the next year, she did the Love Club EP. She was 15 years old. Okay, and that's when she made her big hit with Royals. 15 years. How do people get started that early?
I don't know. I mean, that's just, but remarkable.
Very remarkable.
Yeah,
And she's
and
only 30. Now she's no longer on the 30 under 30 list as of today.
well, they probably have her on the 40 under 40.
There you go.
That's
I think there is a list like that. Also today, we have a young lady named Miranda Lambert, who's one of my favorite country singers, and I have one of her favorite songs listed here. She's a country singer, songwriter, musician born in Longview, Texas. In 2001, she released her self-titled album independently. She wasn't born in 2001. She released her album in 2001. In 2003, she finished third place in the USA Network's Nashville Star Singing Competition. She also is a member of a group called the Pistol Annies, which she formed in 2011. She's busy with Ashley Monroe and Angelina Presley. She has won more Academy of Country Music Awards than any artist in history, Charles, and she was named by the Chicago Tribune as the greatest country music artist of all time in 2019. I don't know if that's changed in the past 6 years. Her album from 2011, For FOUR, the record, included the singles Baggage Claim, Over You, and my favorite, Mama's Broken Heart, which is a very catchy, very feisty. Do you know the tune, Mama's Broken Heart?
no, I don't. I'm not even familiar with this individual. It's a little stray for my taste, but remarkable accomplishments. No,
Yes.
no two ways about it.
Very. I'm going to send you the lyrics to Mama's Broken Hearts after we're done with this. I think you'll and I think she was married to Blake Shelton, who's now married to Gwen Stefani. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's still snowing here in Tennessee. It's coming and going, and it's 32 degrees, and I'm supposed to be in the South. And forget that. You've got the next birthday. Who is up next? Go ahead.
All right, all right. Kay Wire.
Coy,
Yeah,
Coy, Coy.
Coy.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. Age 48, television anchor and correspondent and former NFL professional football player. Okay. Since
Mm.
2015, he's worked for CNN as a sports anchor and correspondent. Currently anchors CNN 10, a student-oriented news show. He uh, he was a Stanford College football linebacker and safety. I've always had a sneaking admiration for anybody who plays linebacker. Something I didn't get a chance to. I was always stuffed on the front line. Anyway,
Okay.
he played 6 seasons for the Buffalo Bills, 2002 to 2007, and the Atlanta Falcons in 2008 to 2010. For CNN, his field assignments include the on the ground coverage of the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup and college football playoff semifinals and national championship games, Super Bowl 50 as well.
Wow, Coy Wire, I see him on CNN sometimes online doing the sports, and there's a current couple of scandals with some baseball, I think umpires or pitchers who leaked some information about who was up next to the betters, and yeah, not a good bet on their part. Let's move ahead. We have a happy birthday also for Ellen Pompeo. She's all of 56 years old, beautiful actress who was cast back in 2006 in Grey's Anatomy. I have never watched that show because I have a very close relative who's a doctor, and I can't watch medical shows after this person went to medical school. I'll tell you after a while. And she gained worldwide recognition playing Dr. Meredith Grey, as in Grey's Anatomy. There we go. In 2016, she was number 4 on Forbes' highest paid TV actresses. Charles, she earned a mere $14.9 million for playing Dr. Meredith Grey. In 2018, 2 years later, she was the third highest paid female actor and the fifth overall with earnings of 23.6. Can you even imagine? I can't even go there. She was also the highest ranked actress from a drama series. In 2011, she started her own production company. Well, why not? Called Calamity Jane. I don't know where she got Jane, but it's a famous character,
Yeah,
Calamity Jane. Ellen is Calamity Jane, which sold its first project to ABC. She also appeared, this was a surprise to me, in the music video for Taylor Swift's 2015 single Bad Blood. And in 2017, Ellen Pompeo voiced a stuffed animal cat in Disney Junior Channel's animated TV series Doc McStuffins. I guess she has time to do all of that now. And she's
I
still on
guess.
Grey's. Do you watch Grey's Anatomy? Are you familiar with the show?
No, I'm familiar with it, but no, I don't have the time for something like that.
Yeah, I can't watch medical shows, as I say, and I'll tell you why afterwards. You've got a famous in memoriam birthday for us. Who was
Yeah.
born? Go ahead.
So this Marie Curie, 1867 to 1934, 66 years. Um, Somebody that probably passed away way too soon.
Yes.
Polish physicist and chemist who discovered two radioactive elements, radium and polonium. First woman to win Nobel Prize. She won for physics in 1903. In 1911, she won the award again for chemistry. She also won the Nobel Peace Prize, first female professor at the University of Paris, and the first person to win multiple Prizes. She married Peter Curie, a French physicist who shared the 1903 Nobel Prize with her in 1895. Their daughter followed and became a scientist and a writer. The big problem that I always heard with her is that most work with poisoned her. So she was taken too soon. All the
Oh my
things that she
goodness
did.
gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, let's move on. Happy birthday to, we've got Marie Curie, we have Ellen Pompeo, we have Coy Wire, we have Miranda Lambert, Lord, Adam Devine, Tracy Morgan, and Joni Mitchell. It's a big birthday day for celebrities, and they probably came from different parts of the world. They didn't know each other, and they all share, we could say they're all birthday brothers and sisters from very different mothers in different countries and different places, and they're all very successful, and happy birthday. Let's go on to social media star birthdays. We've got 4 quickies here. On YouTube, we have a young man age 32 called Call Me Kevin. He has 3.6 million subscribers. He's a gaming commentator, Charles, who publishes role play videos, and he does comical voiceovers for the characters he's using. He posts videos of himself playing games Grand Theft Auto, Minecraft, Sims, Skyrim, and Fallout. I don't know any of those. He quit school and first started making YouTube videos in 2009. How many years ago was that, Charles?
Geez,
2009?
yeah,
15,
that's
16
like
years?
Yeah.
16 years ago. So he was 16 years old. He quit school and went into social media. He occasionally uploads skits, music covers, and videos of him discussing the goings on in his life. And 3.6 million subscribers want to hear what Call Me Kevin has to say.
Yeah.
I know,
Wow.
I know. What if you
So
sold 3.6 million copies of one of your books? We would say, Call me Charles.
yeah, yeah. Whatever you want to call me, I'd be most grateful.
You've got a
Yeah.
TikTok star. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. Kevin Perez, age 26, with 11 million likes,
What?
posts videos of him flirting and dancing and his popular pickup lines and modeling his favorite brands. Okay. His first TikTok in 2021 features him dancing while shirtless. Um, I'm sure that's got some appeal to some people of certain persuasions, but it falls short for me. Okay.
I'm not going to look. We have another YouTube. I had trouble finding Instagram people. You have to have 1.5 million either followers or views in order to get on my list for social media, and I couldn't find you from Instagram. Sorry. So I have a second YouTube video star today. We have Seth, Seth Enchanted Mob. He is 25. You ready, Charles? You're sitting down? Looks like you're sitting down.
Yeah.
Seth has 1.7 billion views. That's Billion. 1.7 billion. He posts his original 3D Minecraft, pop culture based animations, and music videos. He became interested in animating at age 11 when his brothers introduced him to a computer program called Pivot. Some of you may know that. Then he began creating 3D animations in 2013, 2 years later, in a program called Blender. One of his most popular YouTube videos, Survive the Night, full Minecraft animation in caps, has over 50 million views. Can you even, Charles?
Uh,
1.7 billion views. Does that even compute?
that's nice work if you can get it. I'll
Yeah.
just no, let's just go ahead and put that moose on the table.
There's a lot of sponsorship money behind this too. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure he's doing well. Seth Enchanted Mob, happy birthday. And you've got a lady for us today. Who you got,
Okay.
Charles?
Oh, somebody from TikTok, Camille Monday. She, age 31, 1.7 million subscribers. That's a handsome number, by the way. Uh,
Yes.
post dance and comedy videos. One of her most popular videos is her talking about the age difference between her and her husband. Okay. The TikTok featuring a private message to her husband at lunch received 3 million views. I can only imagine. Many of the include the hashtag mom talk hashtag and are featured and features her friends who are mothers.
So happy birthday, Camille Monday, spelled with a U, Munday. I don't know how much older her husband is, but apparently that's a big thing. And if you compare that Seth Enchanted Mob had one video with 50 million views and Camille had one with 3 million views. So I guess that's the starter level, right?
And well,
Starter level.
there's views and there's subscribers. Subscribers I would interpret as people who want to keep coming back over
People
and over.
people who click the follow on
Yeah,
YouTube or TikTok. But what's interesting to me is, Charles, there's different nomenclature. Sometimes when I go to find these people for my list, it says followers or it says fans or it says subscribers. And I don't
mm,
know if there's a difference, if it's just semantics or if there's a difference in the calculation. So we're just going to say happy birthday to Camille Monday, Seth Enchanted Mob, Kevin Perez, and we have Kevin. Call me Kevin. Those are two different Kevins, one on TikTok. And also, Charles, a lot of these people who are big on TikTok also have an Insta account or a YouTube account. The YouTube stars usually are also on Insta and TikTok. And so they're making sure they're approaching their audiences on the platforms where the audiences are. So they have millions on every platform. I thought that was very interesting. You couldn't possibly go to school and keep up your schoolwork and have this many posts on this many
yeah, but the
platforms.
whole idea of going to school is so you can have a job where you can have people that admire you. So when go ahead
They're
and go
already doing it.
go. They're already doing it, So go
They're
ahead and
already,
jump to
there you go.
second base. Go right
There
ahead.
you go. So we've got some wacky holidays. We're going to finish up with these. We're going to start today with National Area Code Days. I'll start this off. Day today. Area codes were created in the labs of AT&T. People who are too young won't know what that is, but you might remember they're still running around putting fiber optic cable. And Bell. Bell Telephone. What? To help overcome the shortage of phone numbers in the US and Canada throughout the NANP, that's the North American Numbering System. Okay, go ahead, Charles. Tell us more.
Uh, this is all great information, Bonnie, because being in the being in the telecom world for 25 years, this is all old stuff, and but it's fun being able to review that what
Good.
happened in 1947.
Yeah.
AT&T published the first nationwide numbering plan in coordination with the independent telephone operators.
Mm.
The plan divided most of North America into 86 numbering plans, NPAs. Each NPA was assigned a unique three-digit code. That's when they ask you for, okay, where's the NPA? And not the area code. This is the one, this is the numbers that happens after the area code. So the NPA code or area code, these codes are the first used as the operator dialing for long distance operators and establish calls via trunks between toll offices. So you could, this what all that means is that you could start making your calls direct yourself without having to go through a switchboard operator.
Ah, and we think of Lily Tomlin with the Ernestine, remember plugging the plugs
Yep.
into the big board on the TV
Yep.
on the telephone system? Yes, and Ernestine, how may I connect your call? Whatever she was doing. Yes.
What
Let's
she
move.
always said was that um, uh, have I reached the party to who I am speaking? And that was
Yes, I love that. Let's go to rotary phones. I still have one from my family. I think I kept it. It's in a box somewhere. Every time I move, I take it. To simplify the process, the area codes for more populous states started and ended with a lower number. So you had a lower number in, I'm assuming, New York, California. So these were densely populated area like Chicago, Detroit, and LA. I'm sure New York was in there. In the 1940s, rotary phones were used. Kids, if you don't know what a rotary phone is, it's a box. It was mostly black, sitting on the desk, and it had a dial that was circular. And you'd put your finger in the little hole and you would dial it, and it would come up with that equivalent. I can't say digitally, but it would send a signal to the phone service that that was the number you were dialing. Yes, so anyway, they were assigned simpler three-digit codes with less manual rotation for dialing each digit. We also had princess phones. Remember the princess phone you put on the wall and they were pink on the desk of the phone?
yeah.
And you had the handset you'd pick up and it had a coiled wire that attached it to the phone box and you would dial on the phone. Somebody go look up rotary phones. Charles, rescue me. What happened in 1917?
It was 1917. The use of telephone exchange names as part of the telephone numbers had been a well-established practice, and this was preserved for the convenience and expediency of the new network design. Letter to digit translations. That's where you have, okay, number three or number one is ABC, number
Yes,
two is blah blah blah.
yes.
The letter to digit translations were printed on the face of every rotary dial in the metropolitan area. First signed by,
W.G. Blauvelt.
I'll say that right after 50 more times. And that's been used in the Bell system in large metropolitan areas since the early 1920s.
My
That's how,
goodness.
yeah, that's how old the telephone systems are.
Yes, and those numbers, so the number one, you're right, was ABC, and the number two was ABCDEF, and number three was GH, and it went on down to the zero at the end. By 1958, all number calling was introduced. What? Converting telephone numbers with exchange names to a numeric representation of seven digits. So, for example, my phone number when I was growing up, my parents' phone number was BA for Bayside. We lived in Queens, New York, and we weren't in Bayside. We were in Little Neck, but the bigger community was Bayside. So it was BA something 509. I forget. So instead of whatever it is, we didn't have an area code. We had BA 9 dash and then the numbers after that. It was a seven-digit total number. You remember those days, right, Charles?
I remember those days, including the party lines. We lived on a party line.
Really? I never,
Oh,
we had our own private phone. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So it depends upon the part of the country that you're in.
And we
But
didn't
so,
have call waiting. We had if you called somebody and you called somebody and it was interesting. You got a busy signal. Bzz, bzz,
Yep.
bzz, bzz, when
Voicemail?
some
No voicemail. I mean, that was
no.
no. If you weren't there, you didn't talk. Okay, that's it.
That's right. And the parents would say, "Are you on your phone with your friend again from school? Dad needs to make a call. Please hang up," or something like that. And
Yeah,
all the phones in the house were connected to the same line. So if somebody could pick up an extension and say, "Would you please get off the phone?" Yes.
yeah. Or
Yes.
just listen in, and if it was extra juicy, now
Write a
there's all kinds.
story.
Yeah, you don't have all the fun that we used to have in those
No,
days. Well,
we
that's the way it
don't.
goes.
We did
So
nothing private.
from 1951 to 1967, the first customer dialed direct call using an area code was made on November 10th, 1951. Just in case you're at a party and you need to know that.
Yep.
From Inglewood, New Jersey to Alameda, California, direct distance dialing (DDD), also, well, never mind. Well, was introduced subsequently across the country. By early 1960s, DDD had become commonplace in cities and most towns in the U.S. Canada. By 1967, the number of assigned area codes had grown to 129 and still growing.
Wow. Well, the area code assigned to where I grew up in Queens is now 718. And when I lived on Long Island, it was 516. And I think those still exist. Those are still the area codes. In 1982 to 1998, the Bell system stopped service. What? And the Bell Telephone Company closed its doors and its lines. Direct distance dialing, which Charles explained was DDD, was introduced, and on January 19th, 1998, the NANPA function was transferred to the IMS, uh, Information Management Systems Division of Lockheed Martin, based in Washington, D.C. Oh my goodness gracious. And Charles, why don't you finish this up for us? Go ahead.
Okay, so today, as in today, cell phone area codes are assigned to geographic regions or as overlays for existing regions by the NANPA. All states and territories, California has the largest number of area codes assigned, followed by Texas, Florida, New York. Most Caribbean countries use only one, and they're all in collaboration with each other. So if you have to dial international, there's a different code for that international code. When you talk to anybody in the U.S., the 01 is implied. So it's you don't have to type that in, but if you're going to dial
That's
outside the
right.
country,
That's right. Yes.
you
People
you
put
have a
one plus or zero plus the European
yeah.
phone numbers. But what intrigues me is that when somebody gives you their cell number, mine still has a 516 prefix because
Mhm.
I got it when I was living on Long Island in New York. So
Yeah.
you can often tell the last place a person lived by the area code. So here I am in Tennessee and I have got a 516 and people, oh, you're from Long Island, you're from New York. Yes, I was.
Mm,
And people have 617, and that's from Massachusetts, and they've got a code from New Jersey, and they've got
mm,
a code 206, I think is California. So our cell phones carry with them the area code of where we got the cell phone number. I was going to put that into the discussion today, but it's just way too complicated. So,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so
When
you
I
don't
when I
change
when
the area code. Go ahead.
I so oh my gosh, National Vanilla Cupcake Day.
Yes, you're starting this one off. This is our second and last holiday today. Go ahead. And I don't think it
Okay.
has much to do with vanilla, but that was the name of the holiday. So go ahead.
Okay, all right. So in 1796, gosh, there were people that far back. All right, okay. Cupcakes can be traced back to 1796. Okay, all right. You learn something every day. When a recipe notation for a cake to be baked in small cups was written by American Cookery by Amelia Simmons. Full title: American Cookery, or the art of dressing viands, fish, poultry, and vegetables, and the best modes of making pastries, pies, puffs, tarts, puddings, custards, and preserves and all kinds of cakes, from the imperial plain to from the imperial plum to plain cake. Whew. Adopted to this country in all grades of life, the actual cupcake recipe included sugar, butter, flour, a glass of wine. Okay, I'm sold. Rose water, nutmeg, cinnamon, currants, but not specify the use of vanilla. Okay, well, um,
I told you.
Somebody had to get on board with the vanilla. So,
This is more about Cupcake Day, and there is a separate day called Cupcake Day, but the holiday I looked up was called Vanilla Cupcake Day. So in 1928, the earliest known documentation of the actual word cupcake was in 75, and they spell it out SEVENTY-FIVE, receipts for pastry cakes and sweetmeats in Eliza Leslie's Receipts Cookbook. Makes sense. Cupcakes were originally baked in heavy pottery cups. Today, some bakers still use what they call little ramekins, individual ramekins, or small coffee mugs, larger teacups. Wow, you're baking in a teacup? Careful. Or other small, oven-proof pottery-type dishes for baking their cupcakes. Her recipe was a spiced number cake. And here's why it was a number cake, Charles. The measured ingredients were 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, 4 eggs, and they just never mentioned how much vanilla. I'm guessing, let's just pretend 5 teaspoons of vanilla. That would have been a very strong vanilla flavor. I don't know. Anyway, that was the first time cupcake was used. You're going to take us up to the 15th century. What happened?
Well, take us back to the 15th century.
Back to the
Okay.
right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, back to the future. All right. So, the Totonac people of the Aztec Empire were the first to cultivate the vanilla bean long before it was introduced into the European and American baking on a wider scale. So that's where it gets its beginnings.
That was the beginnings of vanilla. In 1919, we're moving far ahead from 1828, but back from the 15th century. Hostess cupcake. Remember the chocolate cupcake with their exactly 7 little swirls? I read about it. It's very on purpose. It was created by the Taggart Baking Company. It wasn't the Hostess Baking Company. It was a Hostess cupcake. It was originally called the chocolate cupcake. I still don't know why this is in the history of Vanilla Cupcake Day. It was purchased by the Vanilla Baking Company, which renamed it Hostess Cupcake. According to food author Andrew F. Smith, thank you, Andrew, it was the first commercially produced cupcake, and Hostess claimed it was the first snack cake ever introduced in the market. However, Tasty Cake said in 1989, we introduced the first snack cake. Taggart didn't, and Hostess didn't. And I don't know who duked that out. I don't know how many cupcakes were thrown at least it wasn't swords or pistols. Go ahead, Charles.
So it's right. Originally, 2 cupcakes were sold for 5 cents. 5 cents. Okay, after you put all those ingredients in there, only 5 cents. Okay. Different flavors were offered, including cupcakes topped with vanilla, malted milk flavored icing,
Ooh,
including during 1940s, an orange flavored cupcake was developed with orange cake and icing.
sounds like a Halloween kind of a
Yeah.
thing. You've got one. You've got the next 2. Go ahead.
So 20s, vanilla became frosting, and
Your mic is cutting out completely. We're watching your lips and we're not getting any audio. Start again. Vanilla became. Go ahead.
vanilla became popular flavor for
Yep.
frosting and cakes after commercial production of cupcakes became more widespread. 1950s introduced the cake mixes, made it easy for home bakers to create vanilla cupcakes.
Wow, 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 wow. And I'm going to finish this out with in 2005, which was 20 years ago. The cupcake craze was jump-started by the opening of Sprinkles Cupcakes, the first cupcake-only bakery. They have unexpected flavors. Still, I don't know why this is included in National Vanilla Cupcake Day. They have on-demand cupcake ATMs. Have you ever used one, Charles?
I've never seen one. Okay.
Haven't either. Online ordering, we know what that is, and design forward coast to coast bakery. So I'm going to say thank you, Charles, and let's get some outro music here. And let me see if I can get this started. Dance our way out. I'm going to go have a cupcake. I just made pumpkin muffins. I'm going to pretend they're cupcakes. Same thing.
Put vanilla icing on them, then who knows?
I'm going to put cream cheese on top. Shine. Smile. Charles is smiling. Charles B., it's always a delight to have you on the show. Let's wave goodbye to social, and I'll see you all